It was hard as a COD fan in 2022. The only games worth playing at the time were COD, Vanguard, and Warzone. Or at least that's what I thought. But it was then I truly realized that my problems with Call of Duty really started to shine. I was blinded by my fanboyism. My initial review of Vanguard saying it was okay, not that bad, it was actually pretty good. I was wrong. I was utterly and completely wrong. Vanguard is absolutely awful. It is completely a waste of anyone's time. The fact it exists is shaming me. It shames all who know of its existence and played it. And it was a hard year, saying goodbye to Warzone forever. As I saw, it was clearly dead. My last video was the last time I played. I only just managed to find a game when I tried to come back to it, and it just wasn't it at all. 2022 was the year of more solo games, where I grinded story-based, or got myself revamped into PlayStation 3 or an Xbox One. But at the end of 2022, there was one thing that I knew was going to come round the corner that would have got me back into that gaming grind set. Yeah, no surprise there. It was a bold one too, because not only was it a successor to arguably the most successful Call of Duty, one of like the top of the line with the incredible animations, great story, based multiplayer, and brought out Warzone, which is still to this day very well remembered despite its popularity has obviously gone right down and it doesn't work anymore, and a spiritual successor to the most iconic COD, some would say. One of the GOATs, Modern Warfare 2, that released in 2009. That sentence hurts and makes me feel as old as Jesus Christ. But would it be as good as 2009's Modern Warfare 2? I mean, you'd be hard find to get people who'd actually believe that this is better than Modern Warfare 2. I say it's got better aspects in some, but in others it flops. But here's the big one that most people will ask. Is Modern Warfare 2 fun? Or should I say Modern Warfare 22? Because for the sake of titles, it's easier for me. So, is Modern Warfare 22 fun? Fuck yeah, it is. Modern Warfare 22 brings back the fun, detailed, fast-paced action that I adored about 2019. And it also adds some new things that do make it a bit more interesting for its own standalone game. changes some things with the campaign in terms of its darker tone, more serious in some aspects. But for the majority of a part, Modern Warfare 22 does hit the right spots. Like, it really does. So, I will give this Modern Warfare 22 big upgrade to like a lot of previous like CODs. Honestly, it felt I haven't had the desire to like really grind and try to unlock shit in a COD since like 2019 and Cold War, and that's not that long ago. But that was like for Warzone essentially. But in terms of like actual grinding for fun, probably Black Ops 2 on the PS3 or Modern Warfare 3 on the PS3. That's about it. So let's break down each aspect of Modern Warfare 22 and see what it gets right and wrong. First positive I'll say, it's a lot more polished in terms of 2019 when it came to the first few months of it. It was a lot better when it ran. I didn't crash as often, as some people said, so I'll give credit there. My best part I could probably say about the multiplayer is that it's really, really fun once you really get into it. You don't need to get attachments and jazz. You can still like run guns with barely any attachments and you can still have fun. There's fast-paced action, variety of weapons, great maps, and at least the operator system isn't as terrible as it was in previous games. I mean, actually, it is like the term maybe is that operators were like a lot better now compared to when they launched. I mean, that's not price at all. That is not price at all. I mean, Soap right now, he's got a pretty good skin, like my favorite character. He looks pretty badass, but his base operator, that is not Soap. That is an embarrassment. To the actual game itself, when it comes to multiplayer, the action is absolutely great. There is fast-paced action, lovely variety of maps in terms of length and space, and the actual system isn't that bad in terms of time to kill, the damage, and the gun use. I fully believe that with this game, it's probably the most varietized in movement and situations. Like, you can handle the game in practically so many different ways with the guns you are given. Like, you have access to assault rifles, battle rifles, SMGs, shotguns, LMGs, marksman rifles, sniper rifles, melee, pistols, and melee for secondary, which is knives or swords. You have a mass variety of weapons that you can use to kill your enemies, along with different tacticals or lethals or equipment or perks. There is a mass variety in your class customization that is worth grinding for. I mean, literally. I have almost every gold gun in the game. Like, literally. Like, there's a whole entire, like, this little montage took, like, ages to get. I had to, like, speed it up so fast that you can barely see all the guns. Because I have almost every primary weapon in gold. And only, like, 2 or 4... No, actually, 6 secondaries that are not gold. Like, literally everything I have so far is gold. Plus a small little glitch that I found very, fun to see. I was doing this little montage, so here you go. Plus a wide variety of maps that have different locations and atmospheres that are based from the co-op missions or the campaign. You also have the gunsmith, which is one of my favorite parts of the multiplayer. You can have certain varieties of the same gun, so the M4 to the M16, FF Icarus, FTAC Recon, because they're all different varieties of, I'm guessing, the same branch or gun or whatever, I don't know the details. And the attachments. There is hundreds upon hundreds of attachments that you can have. And they all unlock for different guns. You don't have to grind for hours to get the same attachment for a different gun. You can just get the attachment on one gun, and then you can have it on all the other guns. Well, some obviously just explicits. But you have this mass variety of customization that you have along with the guns themselves. And frankly, I think Modern Warfare 22, because of it, has one of the best customizations in any COD. The kill streaks are also back in Modern Warfare 22, and they pack a fucking punch. I love the kill streaks in this game. So OP and some great fucking sound design. My go-tos are a care package for Airstrike and a VTOL jet. So back to the multiplayer, we have a wide variety of different effects and all the attachments, customization, kill streaks, operators, settings, hardcore and normal. Every aspect of this multiplayer, in my opinion, is near perfect when it comes to the fun aspect, or maybe just because I sometimes just like simplicity and not too much. I know plenty of people like complain about the game, but anyways, from what I find fun is the amount of action that you can have fast-paced in the game, how it can easily turn from 0 to 100, or some amazing shots, different gun varieties, and of course the sound design in this game is fucking absolutely incredible.
Enemy is securing
My personal favourite mode of Modern Warfare 22 is the invasion mode. Yes, it is a lot of bots and it's mostly used for grinding. However, I do find a fun aspect in it because of the amount of like the wide space within the area, the full idea of like all-out warfare. And it does a lot better than Battlefield 2042 right now, so that's already a bonus. And the fact that you have so much space to be able to have different loops and positions within the game, and then fully varietize all the methods that you've already exploited with all the new different kinds of guns you can have with, as I mentioned, the loadouts of like the assault rifle, sniper and all that jazz. It's why Invasion is my favorite, and Modern Warfare 22's multiplayer, if you ask me, is a hell of a good one, and it's probably its biggest highlight for me. Wait a minute, hold on a second. Unfortunately, I will say, I didn't play much Spec Ops. So if you're expecting a long, decent bit like the previous one, so what I will say is that the atmosphere of the Spec Ops missions are pretty well designed, how they have a little briefing of what you're doing, very clear instructions, clear layout of what the environment will look like, what the location is. You're given a chance to customize your weapons when you eventually get a loadout via a little kind of buy station thing that you can pick up only one time and then you're stuck with that loadout, or you can find scrap guns. You can have a chance to choose whether to be an assaultant, medic, or recon, which will give you different abilities depending on your gameplay. And then you're dropped right in with a default loadout, and you'll have different objectives depending on the mission you pick. So it could be a defend objective, take objective, or survival style objective. It matters entirely on the variety of missions, and there's so that's how many there are. The actual gameplay of the Spec Ops itself is actually pretty fun when I did play it a couple times in this recording for the sake of it, but yeah, I'm sorry, I don't really have a lot to say here. This really wasn't my most populated reason why I played Modern Warfare 22. Now for my second biggest reason why I played this game so much. Modern Warfare 22's Warzone 2. Was it as fun and nostalgic as Warzone? Hell no, this will never be as good. But what it was pretty fucking amazing. The worlds we got, the new spaces of Al Mazrah, and it's coming on in a second, hold on, I'm pretty sure
Survive if your team can redeploy. Eliminate targets to bring them back.
I've forgotten the island, but the Rebirth Island. I love the Rebirth Island that we're given, and it is, honestly, I love the style of Warzone 2. Warzone 2 probably has, in my opinion, a lot better when it comes to a mild balance to the game. Because you can have SMGs, ARs, and shotguns, and they're all in decent competition depending on the weapon you use, and can counter each other. With Warzone, I felt it was a bit more difficult. I mean, you could try and take on someone with an MP5 versus a DMR, and you'll never get a chance because that DMR was cracked as fuck. And that doesn't mean to say that Warzone 2 didn't have any dodgy weapons that for a while were a problem. I mean, the ISO, that thing had fucking no recoil and was a pain in my arse whenever I came across. But I feel that Warzone 2 has definitely upped itself with the new changes. Loadout drops, they're all practically the same. Those things are still the same. The time to kill is still relatively fast, and the action is still great and fun and tension building. The I can say that's a bit more different. There's definitely a new loadout, or no, the looting system is massively different. There's now like sacks or bodies that you can loot from, or you can scavenge loot via. I'm running out of words now. There's not much that's changed in the previous Warzone. There is not much that's changed, but the changes that are noticeable are great, honestly. A lot of stuff in the new Warzone I fucking love and I can easily vibe with, and I find that it's almost as fun as OG Warzone. The only difference is that, unfortunately, I could barely name anyone who fucking plays Warzone 2, and that's quite sad most of the time whenever I play Warzone 2. I'm on my own trying to get me some decent dubs, but it's not really going anywhere. But I see where I'll get some more folks. Oh, by the way, if you want to try and get some games going, then comment on my channel and I'll give a shout or something, and I'll see if I can get you my username or whatever in Warzone. But hey, honestly, the thing I think I love about most about Warzone 2 probably is the mic thing, the game chat, whatever it's fucking called. You can communicate with other like fucking players openly, and it's when you kill them that's the most fun part. I've had scenarios where I've bumped across into players and they've spared me or I've spared them, and it's been fucking hilarious sometimes. Anything else I comment about Warzone 2? It's probably got one of the more interesting issues of well, I guess the content isn't always the greatest when it comes to updates. It doesn't give like a lot when it comes to it, but I still find it a lot of fun whenever I'm playing Warzone 2. I won't give a lot here compared to multiplayers because the same reasons why I liked it are kind of the same with Warzone 2. But I will still say that getting a victory is just as good as it used to be in Modern Warfare's Warzone. Yes, that's right. Modern Warfare 22's campaign to me is the weakest part of the game. But not the story. No, hold on, I'm a fucking idiot. Not the characters, bar one. Not the gameplay. Not the layout of the missions. Not the variety of the missions. Not the locations. But it's the actual story itself that is atrocious. It hurts my brain to even think about the writing for this game. This game makes Call of Duty Vanguard, or at least the story part of it, look like an Oscar-worthy masterpiece. Actually, no, that's a bad thing. I don't want to get banished to the Shadow Realm by all the COD fans, but let me give at least a few positives before I go to the bad.
What the fuck?
Now for the bad. Now, in most cases for a good game, I don't want to spoil the story as often. However, in this case, I'll give you every fine detail that gives it the bad. The entirety of the game is a fetch quest. running around for some stupid fucking missiles that been harvarded by a shitty god villain that is generic Arabian Muslim terrorist man number 47, which makes him absolutely bland. I've even forgotten his name. He doesn't even kill anyone. Nor do we have any like big scenes with him with characters, like having a conversation about their morals. I mean, we kind of do, but it's very lame because he's a very bland villain, doesn't have any personality traits. He's just, oh, I make America burn, oh! And that's not really funny. That's just, or actually even clever. It's just bland. And characters make some stupid fucking decisions. I swear to God, like, I love these characters. Like, they're great, but they make decisions where it's like, you question if their brains work. Like, Hassan, in a previous moment, that's like a good 10, 20 minutes in the game, sets fire to a house. He commits a few crimes, kills some people, and when our boys capture him and transport our like life eater to Shepard and Laswell, they decide, well, General Shepard and Laswell say they can't kill him because he's a prisoner of war or whatever, and there's legal issues, but they don't care to explain why. It's like, I will say this though. Again, the characters are probably the biggest saver. I mean, they pair up Ghost and Soap together, and that's a match made in heaven, with a new character, Alejandro, and I fucking love these three.
Alejandro! Sergeant McTavish!
Call me Soap.
Lieutenant! Last one says they call you Ghost.
Actually, I believe he prefers to
That'll do!
However, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2's biggest insult is how it lives up to the predecessor's betrayal. Because what we get is a shamble.
What's this?
Step away from the gate.
What?
You heard me.
Crazy. This is my base.
It's not a base. This is a sizable covert facility, and I admire it. So I'm taking. You boys have been relieved. Thank you for your service.
No. I don't take orders from you.
No one needs to get hurt here.
Are you threatening us?
Soldier, I don't make threats. I make guarantees. So let's not do this.
I'm calling Shepard.
General Shepard sends his regards. He told me y'all wouldn't take this well.
He knows about this.
He's put me in command of this operation from here on out. So y'all need to stand down. It's time to let the pros finish this. Why the hell are we talking like this is some kind of negotiation? It's not. I've got my orders. And now you have yours.
It's already hard enough that characters in this game make absolutely abysmal decisions. Like, the characters are great. I'd say they're almost as good as the OGs, but fuck me, do they make some stupid decisions. And everything about this betrayal hurts, but not in the good way. Because, one, no one dies. You see it coming from the very beginning of the game. How they execute it is incredibly lazy and flat out embarrassing. I mean, spoilers for the previous Modern Warfare 2, but let me tell you what happened in that one. So we find out that our big bad boy Makarov is either in Russia or Afghanistan. So Roach, Ghost go to Russia to go find him, and Price and Soap go to Afghanistan. The result is that we go to a safe house, engage in some cool ass shots. But we go through every single room possible in Makarov's estate in Russia, but we don't find him at all, just his men.
This is Ghost. No sign of Makarov. I repeat, no sign of Makarov. Captain Price, any luck in Afghanistan?
Plenty. At least 50 hide guns here, but no sign of Makarov. Perhaps our intel was off.
Well, the quality of the intel's about to change. This safe house is a bloody goldmine.
Copy that. Ghost, have your team collect everything you can for an operations playbook. Names, contacts, places, everything.
We're already on it, sir. Makarov will have nowhere to run.
So you download some data to get all possible locations and information that Makarov has involved himself with his lovely terrorist activities. So we then partake in a section where we now have to defend the data as we are waiting for it to download, and it takes quite a while. Like, literally, it's fucking ages. Like, all of this footage, like, a chunk of it is just defending this base.
Roach, the transfer's complete. I'll cover the main approach while you get the DSM. Move!
So the data's downloaded, so we now have to make our way to the LZ, get to Shepard, and find Makarov and make KSR's pay. Right, Shepard, we managed to get you a DSM. Fucking rocking that shit was. I spent a solid fucking 20 minutes doing that shit. Better give me a fucking pint at the end of this shite.
Area is sanitized. All targets destroyed. Come in! This is Price! We're under attack by Shepard's men in the boneyard! So, hold the left flank! Do not trust Shepard! I say again, do not trust Shepard! So, get down!
You never saw it coming at all. There were very few hints, but it was nothing that was right in your face telling you that he was going to be the twist villain. At all. In fact, for you to actually find out, you had to do a bit of digging. Because all that information that would be in that DSM would include what he got up to with No Russian, which started the whole war between Russia and America in the game. You might ask, for those who don't know, what No Russian is. Well, this is what General Shepard allowed an American and a few other people that they had in... Okay, let me rephrase. They knew, General Shepard knew this was going to happen. General Shepard knew that this was going to take place.
What? Remember, no Russian.
Life could be a dream, life could be a dream. Do, 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 shaboom. Life could be a dream. If I could take you up to paradise up above.
So you can definitely understand the motivations, and the timing of the betrayal makes sense. And then how does Modern Warfare 22 compare?
No one needs to get hurt here.
Are you threatening us?
Soldier, I don't make threats. I make guarantees. So let's not do this.
Why did Graves turn?
We don't know.
That's one less loose end.
Oh yeah, sure, I'll just go on ahead and directly order my Graves dude man just to go on ahead and take a base with some agent dudes that we don't really need at all. We're tracking down Hassan and all these missiles. Let's just hope that Ghost, Soap and Alejandro are not bothered by the fact that we are straight up stealing their base, imprisoning random men for no reason, and just being threatening. I'm sure this will go swelling.
No.
Overall, I think the campaign is at least a 6 out of 10. Because the character... No, actually, that's a bit cruel. It's a 7. It's a 7. Because the character decisions is what kind of weighs it down. It makes them look fucking brain dead stupid. Brain dead stupid. And it's not fun to see these OG characters that you used to love seeing or just submitting to the stupid idiots. And of course the twist being, and the betrayal you could say, being an absolute shamble. So that's why I kind of don't really play the campaign a lot. But for Modern Warfare 22 as a whole, I'd say as a game, it's probably a 9 out of 10. And that 1 is just the stupid campaign shit. But everything else about Modern Warfare 2, I am fully welcome to say that it is amazing. A great game, and a great Call of Duty. With only one smidgen tiny issue, and it's way better than what was before, because the thing that was before was feces. Thursday04, hope you enjoyed.